The millionaire Bruss got arrested, I think, or they got charges. A lot of people were on this case. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these are the 2close brothers, 2close in the family. Some people harm their parents, some people go out and just harm everybody else. Okay, so inside the charges against the three Alexander brothers, social and real estate kingpins accused of sex trafficking. Because they all want to get rich and run a human trafficking ring. Twins, Orrin and Alan, along with their brother Tal, face federal and state charges. The siblings, two of whom have made billions of dollars in trades, have an international reputation as glamorous socialites. Would you really put glamorous with these two fools? This guy looks like the biggest D word ever, okay? And this guy's just straight up creepy. And I don't know where the picture is of the other guy, but there's also a fourth guy in here that I kind of skimmed through. Also, who the hell are his parents? If you look on Wiki, I think it just says they're like Israeli. I don't know, something weird. It doesn't tell you anything about them, and I was trying to figure this out. Prominent Florida real estate brokers, brother Tal and Orrin, as well as Orrin's twin brother Alan. It's like these names, man. Were arrested yesterday. And this was actually a couple days ago. It's probably about, on the 12th. So they were arrested on the 11th, I assume. All three indicted on federal charges of sex trafficking. So the whole entire family got arrested. According to recently filed documents with the U.S. Southern District Court in New York, while the twins were simultaneously charged with sexual battery in Florida, the three high-rolling brothers, bedroom brothers, from Miami are accused by federal prosecutors of conspiracy to commit sex trafficking starting since at least 2010. I guarantee if you ask some of their school buddies how horrible they were, they'd probably say, yeah, they were a bunch of a-holes, groping and doing all kinds of crap. Probably on other guys, because their conduct would show they have no line, okay? The others, they would probably just say, it's just jokes, guys. It's just jokes. Me and the broom, it's just jokes. Okay, in a series of events in which they allegedly drugged, assaulted, and raped dozens of women. And on Wednesday, the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office additionally charged Orrin with 3 counts of sexual battery occurring in 2016, 17, and 2001. With Alan also charged in connection to one of those same incidents as a co-perpetrator. Time and again, we've seen people who use their fame and their money and their power to create opportunities to commit sexual crimes, said Catherine. She's a Democrat. I didn't know that. I was just kind of looking at her background because she's been there, it says, since the 1990s. So at a press conference in Miami, as she unveiled the details of the state charges on Wednesday, Tal and Orrin's meteoric around a rise in the real estate industry saw them sell and buy some of the most expensive properties across the U.S., from Aspen to the Hamptons to Miami to Manhattan, where in 2019 they brokered billionaire hedge fund manager Ken Griffin's $238 million Central Park apartment, at the time the most expensive property sale in the U.S. history, before any allegations against the brothers became public. Orrin's wedding to a Brazilian model was featured by Vogue last year, while the New York Times covered his weekend brunch and workout routine with Tal. How come nobody can figure this out? Every time I see some guys that look like that, you know that they're terrible. I don't get you people out here. I really don't. The host of charge, I would assume it. It's like I see the guy, I'm like, yep, that's that one that runs around trying to get at everybody and then harms everybody. And for some reason, women find them desirable. Mostly the bedroom brothers. No. The host of charges cap a dramatic year for the brothers after 2 civil lawsuits originally filed in New York State courts last November on behalf of 2 young women who accused Alan and Orrin of rape and sexual assault. Two other women came forward with civil suits also in New York state courts this past summer, one against all three brothers and the other against just Oren. Yet another woman filed a civil suit in New York court late Wednesday, alleging she was raped by both Alan and Oren Alexander in a Miami apartment. Ugh. I was just like, I couldn't deal with this. The Miami-Dade state attorney used some of her submitted evidence to support the state's criminal charges against the twins, Alan and Oren, along with a third person, Ohad, fisherman. Vanity Fair has spoken to some of the women who have filed suits and who allege that at least one of the brothers, and sometimes more than one, have raped or assaulted them. The brothers, who frequently use their Instagram account to show off posh homes, flashy parties, and private jet travel, allegedly planned sexual assaults well in advance, according to the federal indictment filed in New York Southern District Court, using promises of luxury experiences, travel, accommodations to lure and entice women to locations where they were then raped or sexually assaulted by multiple men, including one or more of Alexander brothers. Who has not done this? The question is, who is the guy out here that has not done this? Don't lie. Don't lie in the room. Like, we've always known this. What universe is everybody on? Like, these guys are going to sit there and hang and dangle their money because that's the whole reason why they want to be rich to begin with. Kind of, you know, that thing. And then they'll be like, yeah, y'all come over here. I got all this. I had to deal with this, actually. And I said they were like, some guy was trying to lure me with buying me a car. And I told him to F off. And then I give him a big old lecture. And people thought I was crazy doing this. I go, do you even know who these people are? I don't even know who the guy was that was even doing that to me. I don't even think we ever met. And he's over here, yeah, you should not go to work. You need a car? It's like, oh, no. And it would have landed like some bullshit like this. Then everybody'd say, oh, she's a gold digger. She did. She took off work and went and got a car. It's like, yeah, but he didn't say what he was going to do. It was just an assumption that we should assume it because, first of all, he doesn't know me. And I find it offensive that some guy thinks just because he dangles a car, I'm going to drop everything and just run to this dude that I don't even really know. It was offensive. So I told him off. I go, I don't know who you think you're talking to. Yeah, he did not get it. It was like he's probably like, who's this crazy girl? She's not even biting on the car. The Alexanders had repeatedly denied the allegations in the civil cases, with their rep on more than one occasion publicly asserting that the accusers might be attempting to shake down the successful brothers. Oh, please. Unless they're mentally ill and had some brain injury, that's more than likely not happening. The brothers have parted company with several of their lawyers and a public relations professional in recent months. Their current Florida-based rep had no comment for Vanity Fair. It's like, we have no defense yet. This is a hard one, guys. Come back at me later. As a lawyer. Yeah, so somebody was saying they don't know if they're parents. Oh, no. These monsters come out of parents. There's a whole thing with this. Daddy's probably the biggest, you know what, out here, and he got away with it because during the decades he's been alive, at their age, that nobody could get them busted. You could barely get them busted right now. Imagine what it was like when the dad was raising these monster sons, promoting them. All right, sons, you know, the whole thing in life is to get really rich. And then you could have all the beautiful women that you want. And they're just property, you know what I mean? We don't teach consent. I mean, what's consent? Like, we're supposed to be the power monsters. We just do. And then Nike comes up with their slogan, which I despise. Just do it, sons. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Women are a sport. Just do it. Yeah. Yeah, these guys are awful. I don't even know who these guys are. I was just like, it was one of those stories that popped up. I go, oh, these are the guys that, you know, when I was in school, that was just like, ugh. And they're just bullies and nasty. And then they go, you know, after all the you know, the more popular girls in school. And then today, all those popular girls that were just totally, you know, nasty to everybody will come out and say, you know, Yeah, these guys totally were preying on us and everything at the parties that we were having. Yeah, it's gonna be some nonsense like that. But yeah, no, they're terrible. But there's a lot of people that have interest in these two. They don't even care about the duty thing. They don't even care about the shooting thing. They're like these two guys right here. Maybe because they represent every dick guy out here. Because I don't know. I'm just looking at them. They're like they remind me of all the people they keep bringing forward, like the guy from the Joe Francis dude or whatever. Like this dude reminds me of him. He's like, you know what? We're gonna start this like bus bullshit. We're gonna tape all these chicks, you know what I mean, up in Florida, up on the butt. We're gonna get some celebrity dudes up in here, you know. And then all the girls are coming out today. They're like, we're victims because they did all these things to us. They didn't even give permission. They didn't even give us any money. Yeah, it's these guys. And then these guys are like, we're totally multimillionaires because we ripped them off and then made all the money off them. And woohoo, America. Yeah, that's capital. That's from all that. And all the women are, you know, on government assistance now. And these guys are bazillionaires. They got that way because they like a product. They're like, you're not a human, you're a product. So how can we milk money off this girl without giving her anything? And we're gonna tape her, do all these things, and then make it. It reminds me, if you guys, I'm pretty sure it was on Rockstar, that pile of you know what movie that has a relation to the cult people. Okay. So one of the things that happened when I was working on that piece of you know what movie is they did something that was so crazy to me and nobody even saw the problem in it, and I still can't figure out why not. We're paid, okay? We're paid to be on set, okay? It's a job. And it's also for protection because you can only work us for so long, and then if we work overtime then we get paid more, and you know, you need to be taken care of a little bit over here. Instead, what they did was they were so cheap, and I believe it was, I'm almost positive it was this movie, because I can't think of any other one where it had such a huge call. And so initially, all the people that are paid are there, right? We're all paid, hired, do our job. And then out of nowhere, on this other scene, which you'll see it in the concert scene, all these other random people showed up. And they sat down by me. They actually showed me this flyer. There was like a flyer or something. And they said they put this flyer up and said, hey, do you want to see like a live band and you know, be in a Hollywood movie? And they put it out in the public or something to fill in all the people that they didn't want to pay. And I was like, the guy sitting next to me and I was talking to him. I go, do you know that we're actually paid here? They had you come here for free. He's like, I don't care. Get to be in a movie. Yeah, you had this guy. And I was like, but yeah, but that's not right. You're supposed to get paid. Friend of Alexander brother surrenders to face charges in alleged Miami Beach gang rape. Ohad, a friend of the bros, is accused of joining Alan and Oren in assaulting a 25-year-old woman at a New Year's Eve party on Miami Beach in 2016. Editor's note, some may find the details of this story disturbing and discretion is advised. Well, if you hear, you know, everything's disturbing, so just expect it. Okay, a family friend of the real estate mogul Alexander Bros are accused of sex trafficking and sexually assaulting multiple women in South Florida. All right, so that's the pal right there. Yep, he looks like what you would think. That's a guy I would look at and go, hell no. I don't care how hot you guys think he is. Ohad Fisherman, a friend of the brothers and real estate broker born in Israel, is accused of joining Alan and Oren in assaulting a 25-year-old woman at a New Year's Eve party on Miami Beach in 2016. Fisherman was on honeymoon in Japan. Honeymoon? In Japan, when the charges against him were presented. Oh, he was on a honeymoon right now. Oh, that's hot mess. His attorney struck a deal with prosecutors for him to fly back Tuesday and surrender on Wednesday. Oh, I wonder why he chose Japan. It's like, we want. Well, they changed the AOC maybe now. Wasn't it at 13? Oh my gosh. I would love to go to Japan, but don't trust me, I'm going to Japan. Okay. Video showed him walking hand in hand with a woman, presumably his wife. Oh. Oh. I love this one. As he arrived to the Miami-Dade County Courthouse on his honeymoon. Sorry, lady, your husband's getting arrested for rape. Okay, somebody else. His attorney said he would not be making a statement as reporters and photographers asked him about the allegation. I found the man in my dreams. He's a rapist with a bunch of... Oh, man. No, I would already know. That guy... No, I don't like that guy. I know I don't like that guy. In the case, the victim said she'd been in New York when she met Alan, who invited her to a barbecue at his apartment on the 4th floor of the May on Collins Avenue, according to the arrest warrant. So when she arrived, they realized there was no barbecue. Oh my gosh, this is almost like Kevin Spacey's single solo birthday party story. Like, you want to come to a party, girl? It's my birthday. And then she goes to his apartment or something, and it was just Kevin. It was just Kevin. There was no birthday party. It was just him celebrating alone. And the twins and fishermen were the only people there. This must be a very common trick. Kevin thought at first, I think. I'm having a birthday party. You want to come over? It's just me, baby. And she was a minor, allegedly. This is one of the alleged stories. One of the alleged stories that's out there. In New York, too. I go, you know what? My original dream was to move to New York. And, you know, I think I was screwed no matter where I went. The victim said the brothers argued over who was going to rape her first. Me, you guys. We're going to rape her first. Oh, you should have seen the post about my work or job that was in the public arena that LAPD and the government didn't go and arrest these guys. They were legitimately discussing with each other that who they're going to rape. And in fact, there's a story in France, the one with the wife that got raped by like 100 men. There's a website. I was trying to understand the website. So they had a website called Coco or something. And it's not even like a fetish website. It's not like a specific, you know, we're just reenacting or wanting to fulfill a fantasy of something. It's like guys that were like, I guess, legitimately on there that were into real raping people and doing really criminal acts. And they were having discussions. And then there was actually a murder on that website. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff over there. And it's reminding me of that. And she was held down by fishermen and raped by the twins. So the two bros and their friend. Okay, it's all in the friend and the family here. I'm disturbed. Afterwards, she was forced to have sex with fishermen, then told to take a shower and not tell anyone about what happened. And she was allowed to leave. In court Wednesday, a judge granted fishermen a $25,000 bond with house arrest. Congrats on your wedding. If he doesn't show up to court in the future, his family could lose $260,000. Mr. Fisherman is anxious to resolve this and to vindicate his name. Fisherman was taken to jail where he will get his mugshot taken and then be released. These are multimillionaires. You think $260,000 is even, they wouldn't even care. They're like, we buy, you know, homes much more expensive than that today. We don't buy those little bread and butter cheap homes in the middle of the Midwest. Yeah, that is something else, dude. I just love he got arrested during his honeymoon. Can you do that to all these guys? Women are ruining our lives. Oh my gosh. Whoever plotted that, you're evil, but I love it right here.